this is Gina. Today I'm going to show you how to make this little pair of what I'm calling Starburst earrings. And I also wanted to tell you that I have started a new YouTube channel for beginning beaders to answer a lot of the questions I get. This channel originally was to be a moderate to advanced channel. And so I do get a lot of beginning beaders asking questions that I do not usually that I have not included in the tutorials simply because of the fact that I assume everybody knows these things. So I've started a new channel just to cater to the new beaders, and it is called GGC's Beginning Beaders. There should be a link for it on the main page of this channel if you would like to check it out. I will also put a link in the description bar or the description box underneath the video player, because I have also put a little tutorial on there today for another version of these earrings. I dumbed them, or I didn't dumb them down, I shouldn't say that. I simplified them and turned them into this really simple little cute earring, but I think they're adorable and I think they're well worth making. So if you'd like to visit that channel and see this tutorial, it will be there. There are other basic, just discussion type tutorials. The website or the channel is kind of naked right now because I just barely started it. There's not a lot of content, but I would sure appreciate some subscribers to get the thing launched. But anyway, that is what we're going to make today, is this pair for this channel. This is the pair for the beginning channel. And let's go ahead and look and see what it will take to make this tutorial today. Okay, for this project today, you're going to need 2 colors of 11-0 seed beads. I'm using Toho beads. My color A is going to be Sweet Blush Galvanized Permanent Finish Toho. So that is this one. That's my color A. And then my color B is Permanent Finish Galvanized Lilac color. This one here. And that's going to be my color B in my 11-0 seed beads. And then we're going to use an 8-0 seed bead. This is also a Toho, and it is Red Copper Metallic Suede Hybrid Toho. That's a really long name. Let's just say it's number Y911. And then you're going to need some 4mm bicone crystals, 16 of them to be exact. And this is an amethyst Swarovski bicone. And then you're going to need 2 ear wires. I am just using this little gold tone French wire. You will need some Fireline. I'm using 8-pound Fireline in the smoke color today. You can also use Nanofill, or you can use 6-pound Fireline if you would like. To start this project, you are going to pick up an 8-0 and then an 11-0 in your color A, and then an 8-0 and an 11-0 in your color A, an 8-0 and 11-0 in color A, 8-0 and another 11-0, of course, in color A. And this is what you should have on your needle. You should have 4 8-0s with 11-0s alternating in between them. You should have 4 11-0s and 4 8-0s. Start with an 8-0, end with an 11-0. Then bring this down to the end of your thread. You don't have to leave a long tail, just enough to hold on to. And then go back through a couple of the beads from the tail side and pull your thread through until your beads form a circle, like so. Now you'll sew back through all of these beads to tighten and secure the circle. Just go through all of them. And then once you get back to where your thread is, just go through a few more to be past where the thread joins, like so. Now, you are going to pick up 3 11-0 seed beads. Once you have your little circle secured, you'll pick up 3 11-0s in your color A again. So pick pick up 3 onto your needle. You're coming out of this 8/0 seed bead right here. We are going to skip over the 11/0 in between the 8/0s and go into the next 8/0 seed bead and pull these beads down. Make sure your circle stays secure by pulling on your tail and your working thread. We don't really want any slack in there. And then pick up 3 11/0 seed beads again on your needle and skip over the next 11/0 and go into the next 8/0 seed bead. And pull them down. Again, secure your circle like so. Let's back off just a little bit here. And then turn your piece and do the same thing again. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads in your color A. Skip over the 11/0 seed bead, go into the next 8/0 seed bead, and pull. Move the tail, and do that one more time. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads onto your needle, and go into the next 8/0. And you can go into the 11/0 behind that 8/0, like so. A little closer. And pull. Pop those beads down on top of the last little 11/0 seed bead, and this is what you should have. Now, we are going to sew into the next 8/0 seed bead. We're in this little 11/0 here. We're going to sew into the next 8/0 to secure it, and then we will sew into the next 11/0 also and exit. Just go up into the 11/0 here between the 8/0 seed beads in your original circle. Pull the thread through and turn your piece. Now we are going to sew into the 11/0 here, and then sew into the top 11/0 also, like so. Now we are exiting this little top 11/0 in the peak that we created over the original 11/0 in the circle that we started with. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build a little right angle weave unit right on top of this unit here. So we're going to continue using the color A seed beads until I tell you we're going to switch to color B. So just assume that it's a color A unless I tell you otherwise. We're going to pick up an 11/0 seed bead, and then an 8/0 seed bead and an 11/0 seed bead onto the needle like so. And we're going to go into the opposite side of the bead we're coming out of and pull these beads down into a little unit of right angle weave like so. Now we're going to sew back through all 3 of these beads we just added to secure them. So go into the side bead here of the unit, go into the 8/0 seed bead. As you do this, pull it securely and position your beads nice and neat. Go into the next 11/0 and then up through the middle bead you're connecting to, right here. And this is what you should have. Now, we're coming out of this 11/0 seed bead here. We're going to sew right into the next one, right underneath it, and then into the 8/0 behind it, like so. Pull and secure it, and then sew up into the 3 11/0s here. You'll sew up into the first 2 and exit the one in the middle, right there. Then we will pick up an 11/0 seed bead, an 8/0 seed bead, an 11/0 seed bead, and do the same thing again. We're coming out of this side of the bead, we'll go into the opposite side of the bead and pull these 3 beads down. Then we will sew through this unit again to secure it. Tighten and straighten it as you sew through it. If you put your thumb on top and squeeze as you pull the thread through, you can control your tension pretty well that way and not pull your unit all out of whack. Now we're going to go back into the bead that we started in and then sew over to the next unit. So we'll go through the 11-0, go through the 8-0, go through the 11-0 and the 8-0, and again we will make another unit of right angle weave here. So we will pick up an 11-0, an 8-0, and an 11-0 and go into the opposite side and pull. Then we will secure the unit just as we have been doing. So we'll sew back up through all 3 of these beads individually. If you sew more than one at a time, you're just going to pull them into a funny looking shape, and we don't want to do that. We want them to retain their shape, so just one at a time, securing the thread with a little tug as you pull through. And then go through the connecting bead, and then go through the 11-0, the 8-0, and work your way over to the next unit. Go up through the 11-0 and the 11-0 next to it so that you're coming out the middle 11-0 of the 3 that are in your original unit you created. Pick up an 11-0, an 8-0, an 11-0, and again go through the opposite side of the bead you're exiting from and pull these beads into a little right angle weave unit and sew through them again. Okay, go back into the unit or the bead that you're connecting to and pull tightly. Now we want to start a stitch on the outside here, so we're going to sew back up into this 8-0 seed bead. So we're coming out of this connecting bead here. We are going to sew into the side bead again, and then into the top 8-0 right here. I want to make sure I don't have an extra thread here. Nope, I'm good. So now that you're coming out of this 8-0 seed bead, you are going to pick up an 11-0 and you're going to continue using your color A like I said before. Then you will pick up a bicone crystal, an 8-0 seed bead, and then a bicone crystal, and then an 11-0 seed bead. So we've got 11-0, bicone, 8-0, bicone, 11-0. We're coming out of this 8-0, we're going to go over into the next 8-0 and go through it, like so. Then you're going to pick up an 11-0, a bicone, an 8-0, a bicone, and an 11-0, like so. And then go into the next 8-0 seed bead and pull. Turn your piece and continue doing the same thing. 11-0, bicone, 8-0, bicone, 11-0, and then into the next 8-0 seed bead. And one more time, 11-0, bicone, 8-0, bicone, 11-0. And then you will go into this 8-0 that we started in. You will also go into the 11-0 behind it and the crystal behind the 11-0 and pull. At this point, I'm going to trim down my tail just to get it out of my way. I'll leave a little bit so that I can burn it down later. Now we are coming out of this bicone crystal. We're going to sew through the next bicone and then the next 11-0, 8-0, 11-0, and we're going to pull through. we're just traveling over to this 8/0 here so that the last stitch is a bit secure. So we're going to go into the next 8/0 here. And actually, let's sew around the entire thing just to give it a little bit more strength and form. So we're going to sew around all the outside beads on this entire little piece that we've created so far. So let's go through all the bicones, all the 11/0s and 8/0s until you get back to the area you started in. And this will help give a little bit of substance to the outside portion here. It's a little flimsy. So all the way around. When you get all the way around, you will want to go into an 8/0 seed bead between the bicone crystals here and exit. Then you will now start with your color B 11/0 seed beads. Pick up 3 of your color B 11/0 seed beads onto your needle like so. You're coming out of this 8/0 seed bead. You're going to go into this 8/0 seed bead in the center. So the one just opposite of it in the very center in your original circle, go into the 8/0 seed bead like so and pull your beads down. Then pick up 3 more 11/0s and go from the center bead to the outside 8/0 seed bead that you started in originally. And just through the 8/0. And pull your beads down. Now you're coming out of this 8/0 seed bead, you're going to go back into the first 3 11/0s that you put on. Then you're going to go back into the 8/0 seed bead in the center, and then back up through the second column of 8/0s you put on your piece. You want fairly decent tension here, so make sure there's nothing that's wobbly or messy. Pick up an 11/0 seed bead. You're coming out of this column of 11/0s. You're going to pick up an 11/0 and you're going to go back into the first column here, right here, and pull this bead down over so it rolls on top of the 8/0 seed bead in the outside circle portion of the unit. Then go back into the 8/0 seed bead in the center and pull. Then you need to get over to this 8/0 seed bead, so you need to go into this 11/0 here and exit this 8/0. So we'll go into this center 11/0 right here, pull the thread through, and then we will go into the 8/0 seed bead here. Make sure that this unit is nice and tight and it will lift a little bit. That's okay. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads and go from this 8/0 seed bead to the top 8/0 seed bead. Try not to distort your little earring as you do this. Don't squeeze it or get it all wadded up in any way. Pick up 3 more 11/0 seed beads. You're coming out of this 8/0. We're going to go into the center 8/0 and pull. Just pull them down slowly so that they're nice and neat and they look deliberately placed, not just messy. Then go back up the column here, tighten, pick up an 11/0 seed bead, go back down the first column here, and pull the 11/0 seed bead down over the 8/0. Make sure you don't miss any of your 11/0 seed beads. I missed one there. That's why my little column didn't pull nice and tight. So there we go. And then go back through the 8/0 seed bead here. As you go back through this 8/0, that's when you can get your nice bit of tension and pull your unit area here that you're working in up a little bit. Then go into the next 11/0 seed bead and just the 11/0 Otherwise, you kind of wad the piece up if you try to take the 8/0 that you'll be next working in. Trying to adjust my thread. There we go. Now, we'll go into the 8/0, pull through and exit, pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, go into the top 8/0 seed bead here, pull them down, pick up 3 more 11/0 seed beads onto your needle, and then go down into the 8/0. Sew back up into the first column that you placed. Pull your thread through. Pick up an 11/0 seed bead. Go into the next column, or the first column, however you want to view it, and then pull that 11/0 seed bead forward. Go through the 8/0 and tighten your unit, like so. If you notice, I'm sewing very slowly and very deliberately because this is very easy to get bunched up and funny looking. So you just want to be gentle with it and deliberate with each of your stitches. Now go into the next 11/0 seed bead. Go into the next 8/0 seed bead. And then again, you will pick up your 3 11/0 seed beads and go into this 8/0 here on the outside ring. Pull your thread through. Make sure the seed beads go on top and not fall through. Pick up 3 more 11/0 seed beads onto your needle. Now, if they will pick up, I will pick them up. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And then into the 8/0 in the center. Again, just very gently manipulate your needle through and pull your beads into place. Sew up the first column. Pick up an 11/0 seed bead. Go into the next column. Pull. Go through the 8/0 seed bead. Pull nice and tightly. And this is what you should have. Now we need to work our way back up to the outside here. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go into this little 11/0 seed bead, and right here in the center that we're right next to, and the next 8/0 here. Pull. Then go up into this column of 11/0s. Try not to distort the column as you go up through it. And then you will come into the 8/0 seed bead behind the 11/0 here. So the one in the original circle, you'll go through this 8/0 seed bead and pull, like so. Now you will pick up your color A 11/0, and then you will pick up an 8/0 seed bead, and then you will pick up 6 of your color B 11/0s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what you should have on your needle: an 11/0 in A, an 8/0, and 6 of your color B. You're going to drop this down to the unit, and then you are going to go back through the 8/0 seed bead here. Hold your thumb over it and pull your thread until your beads turn into a little loop. Then you're going to pick up a color A 11/0 seed bead, and you're going to go into the opposite side of the 11-0 we started this in. So we started on this side, we're going to go into this side and just the 11-0 and pull this down. Now we're going to work our way back up here. We want to turn this little funny looking thing into a loop. So we're going to go back up through the 11-0, back up through the 8-0, and we're going to sew through 2 11-0 seed beads at a time in hopes of positioning them a little bit better. So 2 11-0s here, pull it to the side so that these two will go over the top, and then sew through them, and then sew through the 2 11-0s on the other side. Go through the 8-0 seed bead also, and pull. Arrange this into a little circle like so. And then go into the 11-0 underneath the 8-0. It's easier if you come through the back and then go through the 8-0 seed bead we started in and the crystal behind it like so, and pull your thread through. Turn your piece over. Looks like I have a little bit of my tail or something in there. Arrange that, and then we will sew down into these beads here. We'll just get a little bit away from our clasping or our ear wire area. Come down, and right here we're going to tie a knot. So go between the beads, create a loop, go through the loop, and pull your knot down between the beads like so. And then go through the next crystal, 8-0 and crystal. And again, grab another knot right here. Go between the beads and pull the knot down between the beads. And then sew through a couple more beads. Pull everything tight. Now you can see I was smashing my little 11-0s, so I'll have to rearrange those. And then you can just cut this thread off and burn it down. If you can see your tail, burn it down too. I'm not seeing mine very well right now. My eyes are a little strained, so maybe it's there. There it is. So I'll get it up and I'll burn it down. And there is my earring. I'm going to rearrange these beads up here a little bit more again. And then I'm going to grab my ear wire. And I'm going to open my ear wire loop. If I can see which side opens. It's this side, yes. And put it on so that my front of my earring will be in the proper position here. Slide it on. Then I will close this ear wire. Like so. And there is my finished piece. Looks like I got two different ear wires. Well, maybe not. One is a little bit greener than the other one. And let me turn this one over. And those are your little Starburst earrings. I'm going to bring it close so that you can see it. And the little earrings that I created earlier for my new channel are just something that I simplified way down this one so that I could make for the beginning channel this set. If you would like to make this set, then visit the new beginning channel that I tell you about in the beginning of the video, and you can make this set too. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.